Going on, people? What is the word? What is the word? What's up, Annette? It is a nice day outside today. I got my windows cracked slightly, you know. Said, let me get a little bit of sunlight in the studio, a little bit of natural light. It might be enough good natural light where I could really turn my ring lights off and shit, but and stuff, but you know. Yeah, but it's all good though. What's going on with y'all today, man? It's Thursday. We done made it through the week. Uh, we got, it's Friday Eve as they call it. I finally started doing my taxes, but I started doing them for a different reason though. I started doing them because I started looking into my tax return from last year. Because this girl was talking about this grant through this place called this little place in Milwaukee called like Wypipo or something like that. But so she was telling me about the grant and she put it up on her page and she like, yeah. She like, yeah, people that wait to sign up for the grant, man, they this and that and the third. So I'm like, yeah, let me get some info about the grant. And she like scroll down and get the info. So I scroll down, get the info I fill out for this grant. And then I asked her, she was telling somebody else about it, and they had mentioned something about a requirement where you need to have like 2 years of business tax returns. But I didn't do my taxes yet for this year. That's why I was just starting to work on them. And so I asked her, like, is it possible to amend the little app or whatever? And she like, you could amend, or she like, she don't know or something like that. But then she inboxed me and she was like, yeah, not to get your, so you don't get your hopes up or nothing, but we got this many people that filled out for this much because we're giving away this much money. And I'm like, okay, like I ain't had my hopes up in the first place, but that ain't even the thing. It's just, you know how you can tell when somebody kind of taking a condescending tone, and she just one of them people. It's like she like to put herself in a position of importance and try to make it seem like, oh, this going on, that's going on. But really, it's like some people, they just full of hot air and they just like to be having something to talk about. And I hate when you think like me, I'm like, the proof is in the pudding. Either we doing this or we not. The money's there, it's not there. We can make it happen, we can't happen. But it be some people, they be too, like the type of people that they job be their life. Like they talk about the people at work. They too worried about whatever. Because I'm like, she like, yeah, this is the grants and all this and that. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool or whatever. Like, she like, don't get your hopes up and all this and that. And I'm thinking like, all right, okay, I won't. And then it's like, yeah, because everybody want a grant, but grants ain't no real funding anyway. And I'm like, you the same person on your page just promoting them, talking about people not going for the grant or this and that. Now you telling me people that go for the grant is this and that. Made Fresh Daily in the building. LVE, my brother, is loose Virginia energy. You know what I'm saying? LVE, you know how they be talking about girls, we talking about dudes got BDE. LVE is a loose Virginia energy. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get to some of that logic. But the girl get to telling me that, oh, yeah, people always want a grant and all this. She's like, they're scared to get real funding. I'm like, I said, oh yeah, why they scared for? What they scared for? And she was like, what she say? Because I suspect their business plans aren't right. Like, I'm like, some people be thinking they the count. Like, you just full of assumptions and pomp and purpose. Like, the fuck, I hate people like that. And it's like, here I was just thinking I could go, but I know her personality is like that. And here I was thinking I could just go on this page and get some legitimate info, but it's like it turned into riddle me this, riddle me that. And then she the same one, and then she proceed, I'm like, why you think they scared or whatever? Their business plans aren't right. I'm like, well, I went for a grant because I don't got to pay it back. That's why I went, just to not even trying to trying to feel like I got to explain myself to her, even though I feel like she trying to like dig and needle at little what could be taken as like just shots at me or whoever else, trying to put herself in that position of importance. I'm like, well, I went for the grand cuz you ain't got to pay it back. And she was like, then she proceeded to tell me something else like, people think you don't have to pay it back, but it all comes back down in the long run, or something like that. I'm like, here we go. And then it turned, then you know what came next, y'all. Y'all know what came next after that, right? Black people, when white people, when black people. I'm like, oh my God, baby Monique over here. Let me get the hell, like, you know what? Remind me to the people. I don't even know what to say, but like, I don't want to say remind me to not do no business with like no black folks, but like, man, some people be too caught up in the moment, man. Like they be power tripping. You power tripping off a link to an application and shit. Don't get your hopes up. I'm like, all right, I won't. Trust me, I won't at all. Like the fuck you talking about? But like, it just be too much. I don't like that shit though. That shit get on my nerves. But we gonna talk about, you know, these attitudes. My boy Fresh in the building and shit, right? Yeah, like she act like she want to like kind of talk down to me for like, but you the one pitching the grant though, and then it's like people always want a grant. They don't want real, like they don't want real funding. I said, what's real funding? I said, yeah, I said that too. I'm like, oh yeah, what's real funding? She was like business loans or something like that. I'm like, tell me more. Like it be so funny, man. Folks don't be knowing, like they don't really know how much you know, so they think they could talk to you a certain way and like in a certain with a certain amount of audacity and shit. Like I'm like, all right, you know. So then I was just like, okay. After that, and then she kept on going. So I just, you know how you can mute your notifications. I just muted that shit. Like, man, I'm gonna let her keep pontificating about the ills of listening to her in the first place. Like the fuck. But no, so that's what had me that's what had me thinking like, you know, let me get these taxes done or whatever, because I mess around and go back and might be able to get it with my second tax return, or because I'm at where I could do 2 years of tax returns and I just didn't do it yet. But and that's something like you be looking for the short answer so you can do what you got to do, but people be wanting to give you the long answer and shit. Like, bro, I ain't in it for all that. Just, could I go amend my application? People think a grant is a grant, but here we go. Like, nah, man, let me mute these notifications and go do something with my life and shit. That's how I be thinking. But nah, shit was goofy as fuck though. But yeah, we got some more goofy shit for y'all. My boy Fresh, he talking about LVE. That stand for Loosed for JJ Energy. And this girl, basically, she thought she was popping off. She thought she was having a go off sis moment, because she was like, yeah, men talking about women are overweight, but what are y'all not worth being in shape for? Don't be in shape for me, you know what I'm saying? She like, where are we getting in shape for to go to Applebee's? Like, oh, here we go. But my question is this. I'm going to ask you before I show the clip. I'm going to ask you later. Why do everything a certain grade, let's say, of woman does have to be weighed against her getting paid for it or a financial value? It could be like, say excuse me when you sneeze or something. Don't nobody pay me to, I don't work for Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci don't pay me, or like everything can't be a quip and a sound bite. Like, so at some point you gotta come back down to earth and stop trying to get, you know what I'm saying, trying to score points. And who are you fighting against? And when girls be like going off against like about shit like this, they fighting against their dad. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's like, can't nobody do this. Like, ain't nobody trying to make you do shit. You fighting against your dad. Like, find your dad. You know what I'm saying? It be like that. And then they start out like that. Watch it, they get in shape, and they end up like my next clip. And I gotta show y'all these clips back to back to show y'all the irony. The girl on the next clip was breaking down, talking about how she don't know how people could be lonely. Like, she was like, nobody has touched her. She was like, nobody, what's good? Mill said Rose, Cuzzo in the building. Shout out to Cuz. She was like, she's so lonely. She was like, nobody has touched her. She was like, and she ain't talking about, getting smanged out. She was like, she just want a hug. I promise you. She was like, she just want a real hug. Like, she was like, if somebody actually hugged me and meant it, I would probably like break down. Like, she was, bro, it was sad, bro. It's gonna be sad when y'all see it. It's gonna be sad when y'all see it, bro. She broke down, but they start out like the one girl, right? They start out like that. Why should I get in shape? Cause ain't nobody paying me to get in shape. And then you end up like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna see, man. Stop blaming everybody for shit, man. Gee, something that's all on you. And then the last thing we got is funny as fuck. Y'all not gonna believe this. Bro, dude, y'all is not gonna believe this. Is y'all ready for it? Dog said they be BOGO, dog. You bogus. You bogus. You bogus. Dog said they be BOGO. Hey, this last clip that we gonna get to at the end, cause we gotta laugh about this one, man, going into Friday. Dog, do y'all know that it's people that don't believe in washing their legs and their feet? I'm not gonna say who them people is. I'm gonna leave it to y'all imagination. Do y'all know it's people that think only poor people use washcloths? Only poor people are poors. They call them poors and blacks. Only poors and blacks use washcloths. Bro, I thought washcloths was just good sanitation. I thought you could get a better scrub out of something or wash something off better with a cloth. But you know what I was thinking? That washcloth is to wash away that blood, sweat, and tears from being out in the field. If you ain't been out in the field, you probably do just splash water on your face, because you get what you do, you get flush. And splash some water on your face. And then once you stink, you be like, I have to shower. I'm gonna go shower. Not take a shower. I'm gonna go shower. Like, what? Bro, Fresh, don't say nothing. I see something you said, bro, about don't say nothing that's gonna make me throw up, bro. He said call it a wash utensil. I hate dude. And they'll be all over it. A wash instrument. Dog, you ain't lying though. You can't call that motherfucker a wash mechanism or man, nah, cause you know what they use, a loofah, but dog, that loofah, them motherfuckers ain't, I don't think them motherfuckers sanitary and shit, honestly, to tell you the truth, bro. I don't think them loofahs is sanitary like that. But I ain't wanna judge because I don't be using the loofah. I feel like this, man. Like, one thing you gotta do, I'm gonna tell you, yep, the loofahs hold the soap and bacteria. I thought so, right? But I'm gonna tell you like this. My ex, she bought me something for Father's Day, and it was like a little bath, like not like a bath and body thing like that, but it was like some colognes. It was a bottle of black Hennessy, which I still got right here. Some other little stuff, and it was a little beer and some shit like that, right? But it had a little loofah thing with it, and I thought about it like the one thing I do, I might, I'm not gonna constantly switch my dry towels out, but I believe like a washcloth is like one and done. My pet peeve, don't hang your stiff ass, you know what I'm saying, nuts rag over my shower pole. And don't nobody want your coochie rag hanging over the shower pole stiff. Get that motherfucker out of here. You're not finna use it again. So I keep a stacks and stacks of washcloths so I could, cause I don't reuse those, right? But I was trying to use the loofah because she got it for me for Father's Day or whatever, right? But I'm like, man, I'm not gonna keep washing up with this same goddamn, like my boy say, a wash utensil. I'm not finna keep using this same wash utensil to wash my nuts and my and such and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And keep using it. I don't feel comfortable. So they say washcloths is for poor people. Hey man, I guess I don't ever want to get rich enough to where I'm washing myself bare knuckle shit. These niggas washing themselves bare.
I ain't doing that one. You know what I'm saying? But nah, you know, we gonna get into these clips though, man, because we got some funny stuff for y'all. And I gotta definitely get these analytics together. So we gonna run it real fast. And you know, let's get it in, y'all. Mac World Live. Let's go. He said, hey, cuz so funny, he said a wash apparatus. That's funny as hell. Let's go, y'all. Shout out to the Mana Mafia. Yeah. We over here tripping, man. It's so funny, dog. Mac World Live Daily, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, man. So, oh yeah, Grand Blue looking good. 15 characters. Yeah, that's looking good. And Platinum doing the you know, the shit, you know, the programming and shit. Yeah, it's looking good. But yeah. Let's get into it, y'all. So we had somebody, like my guy, he was asking me what LVE was. It's the energy, bro. It's the energy. And you know the energy. I'm finna show you the energy right here. Shout out to Reva TV. That's my boo.
But most Black women are overweight or obese. Well, you know why? Because you can't afford a gym membership for them.
Wow.
And they would rather eat than be with a broke man. They would rather sit down and prepare a meal for their kids and their family. Or big skinny for.
Wow.
What we gonna be looking good and snatched for? To go get some coffee?
Yeah. Or for your health.
Oh, I got to go to the gym. I might get invited out for some coffee tomorrow. Let me go get my brows waxed so I can get this coffee. Ooh, girl, I gotta go. I can't. I'm fasting, girl. I'm going to Applebee's tomorrow. What do we have to be skinny for? Y'all ain't taking us nowhere where we got to fit into something to look extra good. Y'all ain't taking us to no fundraisers. We ain't going to no gal. Y'all ain't getting no private jets to jet us off. Y'all ain't surprising us with plane tickets nowhere where we got to be snatched. Y'all trying to take.
Y'all hear that? Y'all ain't flying her nowhere with no private jet. You ain't taking her to no gala. Where she gotta be snatched? What's she supposed to do? Fast for Applebee's? Why ain't y'all paying her to take care of herself? Why should she not get fat, disgusting? Matter of fact, why should she even wipe her own butt? Ain't nobody paying her for it. Why should she brush her teeth? You not paying her for her breath not to stink. So what if her breath stink? Oh, let me get my breath fresh to sit at home with my kids. They know my breath stank already. So like, it's stupid. It don't make no sense. Shit don't make no sense. So now we done put a dollar amount on our own health and well-being. I understand everything is always blame the man and it's always yes and all that shit, but this shit ain't yes right here. You gonna have high yes pressure, little hoe, fucking thinking you finna yash your way through some bad health when your chin covering up your necklace. It's gonna be like, why ain't you take care of yourself? Why you let yourself go? I let myself go. Ain't nobody pay me to take care of myself. Chicken dripping off your face. You know what I'm saying? Who you gonna try to blame for that shit? You know what I'm saying? We don't want to hear it.
Take us to Applebee's into your mama house.
You ain't going to my mama house.
Imagine a world where a woman's health is dependent on where a man will take her on a date and dependent on if a man is wealthy enough to lose weight for. That don't make no sense. And there was so
Say it again. I gotta
enough
rewind.
to lose and dependent on is dependent.
Imagine what kind of world?
Imagine a world.
What kind of world?
Where a woman's health
Uh-huh.
is dependent on
what?
Where a man will take her
and what else?
On a date.
Okay.
And
I don't like that
dependent on if a man is wealthy enough to lose weight for.
Kind of world
that
is
don't
this?
make no sense. And there was so many women in the comment section of this woman's video. Yes, sis, tell them, oh, you got to answer for everything. I just love you. And I'm sure you love being single because that's exactly what you're going to be, continuing on with the same exact rhetoric. It don't make no sense. Somebody has a comment that, that about most black women being overweight or obese. And the response is because a man doesn't have enough money for the gym membership. Y'all be boss chicks. That's why I'm confused. Y'all be the ones that's boss chicks. Y'all, you could buy your own Birkin. You could do this. You could do all these things more than these men out here.
Bossing up, I guess, don't include taking your ass to the gym and all that. It's just like, I guess it's whatever. Let me see what Annette got to say. She say these females don't believe in self-worth no more. Some high yas pressure. Yeah, them hoes. Yas pressure gonna be through the roof. They keep trying to eat cute. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck. Like, eat, work out, shit. And I like a girl with an appetite, shit. Eat, work out. But don't say that you ain't doing this and that because ain't no man paying you. You sound like a appetite statute. That's what you sound like. Ricky Williams, my brother. You know what I'm saying? That's the assistant chef right there in the build. Moderation gang on deck. We getting deep in this joint. You know what I'm saying? In our corner of the internet. Annette say, I got my own gym in my house and I'm still fat. So now what? Right. Shit. And be working out in that motherfucker too. Stay working out in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't like, I ain't gonna work out because ain't nobody pay me. Like, that shit sound fucking ridiculous, bro. It's that attitude. It's the attitude that's unpleasant. Looking as a dude get older, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. We speaking real, we speaking freely, we speaking real. So I keep it 100 and shit, right? The bottom line is this: I'm in my 40s. I'm 40. I'm like about 10 days in, 11 days in to being 40. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost 2 weeks into my 40s, right? So the thing is this, I'm not gonna meet a lot of girls that's in the best of shape that's in my like age bracket or whatever. It's gonna be a little something because you know we just you get to that age. You know what I mean? It's like you could, unless you're gonna be working out intensely. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing and shit. But that's a little bit thrown off too. To me, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, whatever. I'm whatever. But you know, so it's gonna be some shit that you gonna have to accept or whatever. But the bottom line is to try to put that shit on anything other than yourself, though. Come on now. That's all I got to say about that. Let me see what Rick got to say. He say black women got a lot of messed up representation. Y'all need to stone some of these chicks. He said they need to be stoned. Yeah, you know, I say this, Rick. Let me tell you like this. I talked about this in another podcast. With black people, sometimes we had this issue with not being able to say nothing is wrong if it's popular. She's popular, so automatically is yes and go off. And if you say anything, you hating, don't come for her. Like, yeah, all right, but when she hitting her life alert because she done fell her fat ass over, she gonna want you to come for her. Come for me. Come for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she gonna want you to come for her. Then. But I'm saying, though, and I know, you know, look, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna put it like this, y'all. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, y'all. But I'm gonna put it like this. You get to that certain point, man, where you gotta realize that you can kind of go overkill and not even realizing it. We're blaming man for all your problems. We are not the cause of everything. We not the cause of everything. And you know what's so crazy about that particular woman? I'm gonna tell you something about them types like that, right? So she say, I'm not doing nothing for a man. A man ain't paying me to do nothing. But let me ask y'all this. Let's just say a man don't pay her to do nothing, so she end up, you know what I'm saying, fat, obese, whatever, however, all that, or whatever, however, right? Or any situation she end up in from living the way she want to live. Who do you think is the first person she gonna point the finger at for why she ended up that way? You think it's gonna be a man, or you think it's gonna be like, oh no, I did what I did, not saying what I said? No, it's gonna be the wheel gonna turn, and it's gonna be they make these decisions. Like, basically what I'm saying is this. They'll say, a man can't tell me nothing, a man can't tell me what to do. But then when they end up in a fucked up situation or their decisions is looking shaky, they always say it was because of man, though. I thought we couldn't tell you shit. You know what I'm saying? But that kind of tie into my next clip. Y'all see how she said she not doing nothing because it ain't no point in it, right? A man ain't paying her for it. Now, I want y'all to pay close attention. Keep that in mind. Keep that, any fervor you got that you feel about that last clip, you know what I'm saying? Keep that in mind while you watch this right here. Let's go.
I am really struggling with something and I want to talk about it. But before I do, I need people, if you are a parent who was like touched out by your children, I do not want to see you in the comments. If you are someone with any kind of neurodivergency and it manifests or shows up as you not liking touch or people touching you, I do not want to see you in the comments. Okay? But I feel like I'm dying from like touch starvation, y'all. I don't get hugs.
Sweating and shit.
I don't know. I feel like if I were to get the kind of hug that I fucking really want, I would crumble into pieces. I don't. How do you deal with that? I really like need to be like touched touched. And I know someone's gonna say like, okay, go to the salon and get your hair done, or get a massage, or get your nails done, right? So someone can hold your hand. None of those people love me. None of those services love me. Right?
None of those services love me. That's so sad. Like,
But I'm really struggling.
Sad.
I'm really struggling with like, I don't get hugs. That shit is it could be like maybe a hello, whatever, maybe. But it's not enough. I don't know how. I don't know how you. How am I gonna go the rest of my life
This is
like
fucked
this?
up. This shit is.
I think that's really hard. I don't. There's no. I'm just really struggling. I'm really struggling.
It's sad as fuck to me. I don't know.
Like I spent like last night just going like this.
That's
Like
fucked up.
20 minutes.
Fuck.
I'm just. If anyone else is struggling, what are you doing?
I don't know if you're in any
y'all.
position to get a pet, but I highly recommend one if you can.
They told her. What? Let me see. I gotta see what y'all got to say about this one. Hold on. They said that's super sad. A lot of people out here like that more than you think, bro. Shout out. I hope my boy don't mind me saying this. He an AODA counselor, so he help a lot of people. That's not. I'm saying fucked up, but not fucked up like they fucked up people, but like they done been through fucked up shit, and he good at what he do. And I know my guy, know how he is with his words and shit. And he be putting me up on a lot of game about the people we meet, and he helped me understand some shit about somebody in my family I felt was having a mental health crisis. So shout out to Fresh for that. But like, he say it's a lot of people out here like that more than you think. And every touch she get is robotic and cold. Like, yeah. Hey, y'all don't think about that, man. We probably I know my boy Rick, he mentioned he got a wife, you know what I'm saying? Let me see, she need to start loving herself first and the rest will come. She need a therapist. Most people want to be right. Most people want to be right instead of loved. Yeah, her issue ain't a hug, it's that nobody care about her. Yeah, like, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all, all y'all hitting it on the head, man, right? So I'm gonna tell y'all how I look at that shit, right? I'm gonna go back to her. I'm gonna show her up on the screen a little bit. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Hold up. It's okay, I read this study, right? And it was like a lot of people go through a large and imagine this if you can. A lot of people go through a large portion of their life after they become adults without having no meaningful touch, like not no type of like not sex and shit, because you could pay for some sex, or not like, you know what I'm saying, a hug or something like that, but like they don't never had like they'll go for like the last person that then gave them a back rub or just rubbed their shoulders or ran their hands through their hair was like they mama. You know what I'm saying? The last person that then like just touched them or been up against them or just whatever, like in a way that they cared about them or desired them or loved them like that was like they parent, bro. Like it's people that they'll go from like, and your parents will stop doing shit like that with you when you may be like 11, 12, really giving you big hugs and shit and really. So imagine going from like being a teenager, like let's say you just strike the fuck out with the girls when you a teenager, right? Like it ain't funny, man, but we gotta laugh to make it through it, god damn it. But let's say you just strike the fuck out with the girls when you're a teenager. So then you gotta go from there, like you go to college, you know what I mean? You starting to go through all your you know, like, you don't, let's say you don't join the frat, you don't play no sports or nothing like that. So you feel like, oh man, I'm finna just tuck in the corner and get my degree. And like, so you go through college, don't get the college experience, don't get no girls, ain't really talking to no girls. And then let's say you get your degree and start your fucking job. So now you tucked away, working your job to pay your bills, and you ain't really had no experience with no girls. And dog, that shit is sad, bro. It's sad. I think human interaction go a lot further than we think. And I told y'all this, like, man, it's important as a guy just to be able to, like they say, guys and girls can't be friends, especially, I don't know about so much if you marry, unless y'all friends with another couple. But I think as a single guy, you better learn how to be fucking friends with girls, nigga, because if like, bro, it's gonna be a long ride. You know what I'm saying? Being single could be enjoyable, and you could gain knowledge and shit from it, and you can not necessarily be deprived of that human interaction, or that shit could be lonely as fuck. Cause yeah, I think it's a lot more people that go through that shit out here. You know what I'm saying? Let me see, man. You say let the clip play about the pet. Oh yeah, I got you. But yeah, he said it'd be some other stuff to the story. Annette say, Rick say, she loved herself enough. And then Annette say, you right, Ricky Williams, cause at times I feel that and I love myself. Damn. Get a dog, die alone, or humble yourself, stop LARPing and get someone. Sometimes it just feel like nobody love you. Laugh my hats off at Ricky. Nobody not giving no pass at dog. Ricky is stiff, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's the assistant chef. Ricky, look, definitely right. I'm a nigga with a soft spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I'm the type of nigga where I would hit this girl up right here. You know what I would tell her? I would honestly tell her this. Like, I could look at her, right? And I could see the fact that, you know, you could look at her. Look at all that hair she got on her head. That's her real head. That's her real hair. She got some nice, even skin. You know, she ain't, you know, she got some other things going on for her. But she not just gone like that. Like, she could work out and lose some weight, man. She could work out and lose some weight, and she might be real fucking straight when she lose some weight. Her face is not that bad and all that. But sometimes people be so in their head about certain shit and seeing shit a certain way. I think in 2023, we drawn into all that melancholy and all that shit and like all that, like, sometimes, man, you got a lot more going for yourself than you think you do, but you got to see it in yourself. If you waiting on the world to give you that boost, you gonna be doing this. Like she said, I rubbed my arm for 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And not to be, you know what I'm saying it like that, but shit, that shit's sad. Don't never get that sad, dude. You know, she say it's hard to find someone. Another issue could be that she not giving love, so nobody reciprocating it. Annette say, I give all the love, some men just don't give the love back in return, and that's life. Man, that's messed up. And Rick say, he like thick girls, but what is she presenting? Like, yeah, and Annette, you know, you ain't got to worry about feeling like that with me around. You ain't gonna be out here feeling like nobody wants me. I touch you, shit, you know? Like, I'm just saying, it definitely ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? You won't get to that point. But nah, this shit crazy. Fresh say you want to see about the dog. Let's go.
If you're in any position to get a pet, but I highly recommend one if you can. I got my dog a couple years ago, and he has made all the difference.
Sheesh.
My dog die alone. I'm approaching this point in celibacy. I realized I haven't even hugged anyone in almost a year. My pet helps, but it's not the same.
Oh, this
Your
shit.
vulnerability is such a gift to the world. It's real. I've cried myself to sleep.
Man.
I want to come visit just to spend days hugging you. So there you have it. That's the video. And naturally, when you see a video like that of a woman being very vulnerable, letting her emotions out, crying on camera, people are going to be very sympathetic towards her plight. I think it's sad because this is only the beginning, because she's been sold the lie and she wanted to believe that lie because the lie felt good to believe. This lie that tells many women that you're good how you are. If men don't accept you for who you are, it's something wrong with them. Be confident in who and how you are. And while all those things are great on a surface level, without real context, this is what you get. And instead of women just coddling her, feeling bad for her, and championing her vulnerability, how about you provide her with some real life solutions? How about you be honest with this woman and say, if you really care about yourself, you need to start showing it. You need to start taking better physical care of yourself. Unless you have some serious underlying medical issues that has caused your obesity.
That's where I'm a kind of part with my boy CNC. Shout out to Charles and Charles. That's why I'm a kind of part with him at. It might not necessarily be no physical thing, bro. I'm pretty sure she could take some thirst trap pics and attract somebody physically. It's like, it sounds like she's saying she wants somebody to actually give a fuck about her, not just be, you know what I'm saying, effing on her. She wants somebody that's really gonna be there. She said she just want a hug. Like, you know what I mean? That's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, any girl could go out, man. The fattest, greasiest girl and shit could go out here and find some dude to touch on her and shit if she just offer herself up. But obviously she got some level of self-respect for herself, but she just wants something real. And I ain't mad at her for it. You know what I'm saying? But I do say that you got to see what you got and see what you got going for yourself in order for other people to see it. Nobody gonna really respect you, or some people could see more for you than you see in yourself, but it's not gonna make you feel no better. And it might make you even feel worse. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. I felt like that was sad. The one girl saying, you know, why should I exercise and the man ain't paying me? And the other girl who kind of big, you know, talking about like, man, don't, you know, people don't want her and, you know, she don't even get a damn hug and shit like that. So it's just something to think about. Yeah. And yeah, to the point, those guys wouldn't have loved her. Rick said you can't have it all. Hey, Rick. Hey, Rick is the stiffest man on YouTube. I swear to God. Shout out to the winning team, man. But yeah, he said, yeah, to the point the guys wouldn't have loved her, wouldn't have loved her. Yeah, it's just a sad thing, man. It's like, the thing is this, the problem with emotional connection is that vulnerability that you got to show in order to get something real. She got to give something real to get something real. You know what I'm saying? And that's what she doing right now, but that's what girls tend to do. They tend to put up a shell till it all come pouring out. Like, nothing is what it seems, and I struggle every day. But it's like, just don't let that pressure bust pipes. Don't let it build up and stop thinking you got to be this certain type of girl, man. Like, this girl, the second girl shouldn't listen to chicks like the first girl. You know what I'm saying? And she won't be feeling like that. Amen. Amen. And speaking of not listening to people, man, listen. How did we get in this conversation? I don't know how we got in this conversation, y'all. What conversation is it? About washcloths. Is using the washcloth a black thing? Is washing yourself up below the waist a black thing? Let's find out. I've been using Cindy's Villa all day. All week. I'm probably gonna use some of her content like next week too, because she got some. First of all, I like to give shout out to all the, you know, the black content creators or whatever, the smaller creators. And I like her accent, and I think she look good, and she got some real good topics, and it's funny and it's informative. So shout out to Cindy's Villa, and check this out, y'all. Y'all not gonna believe this one. Let's go.
Hey guys, how are you all doing? It's a girl Cindy, and welcome back to another episode of TikTok G's. I trust you all are doing so great. Thank you guys so much for your amazing and beautiful support. Always coming back, watching my videos, commenting, liking, and subscribing. I truly appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Guys, in today's video, we are going to be talking about this video right here. Now, this video is for educational purposes. It is not to bully anyone or harass anyone. It is just to spread awareness so you guys can see and know what is happening on social media, especially on TikTok. Guys, can we please talk about this video today? It is going
Yeah, we
viral
got
on
to. We
TikTok,
got to.
obviously. Reacting to it because of what they said in this video. As
Uh-oh.
you can see, they are white people. Yo, I don't have the full video, but for some reason the video started this way and it's no longer on TikTok. I don't know who took it down. Maybe TikTok
Yeah, they took it. You know, people
did,
get
or
that
they
backlash and take
took
it
the
down.
video down. Now, with that being said, guys, don't go anywhere. Stay with me because I have loads of stitches, or rather few stitches, because I don't want this video to be too long. Yeah, let's see the video, please.
Did you try it even yet?
No, I'm not going to do it.
Well, you're just anti
I'm not
leg
black.
washes.
I'm not going to wash my legs and feet.
You think that's just a black people thing?
Clearly,
Well, and he's
the only one here who took the day off washes his legs and feet. No, I don't think it's a black thing. I think using a washcloth is for poor people, but I
Yeah.
don't think that washing your legs and feet is for black people.
I agree. I think the washcloth is a poor person thing.
Wow.
Because
I've only met poors who use them. I've
Poors. For poors and blacks.
I never knew I've been a poor girl all this while. Right, ma'am, you are a lady and you are saying that using a washcloth to bathe
That lets you
is
know what she
a
smell like.
poor person thing.
She washing
Okay.
her. She
And
washing
why
her
did he
coochie
even
with
mention
her
black
claw,
people?
with her hand in the
What
claw.
has black people got to do with what you guys were saying?
Right, what we got to
Anyways,
do
you
with
guys,
that
a lot
shit?
of people reacted to this video. I have put together a few stitches for you guys to see. And of course, the stitches are from black people. I don't get it. Why did he mention black people? What has
Man,
black
because
people
they
got to do
compare,
with
they
this?
drag us into every fucking discussion
guys,
they have.
Let's see this.
All they do is compare
no,
themselves. to
I
us.
don't think it's a black thing. I think using a washcloth is for poor people, but I don't.
And this is why a lot of y'all smell like mildew and wet dogs. Y'all smell like old mayonnaise, expired mustard, fucking failed dreams, a bunch of bullshit. Y'all smell like wet hair half of the time. Let me break something down to you. When you in the shower, wash your legs and feet.
Wash
because
your
all
legs.
the dirt and shit from up here is going down and hitting your legs. And it's just gonna sit there. Wash your damn legs. A washcloth is the reason why y'all don't get it. That's the whole point. Y'all try to tell myself, well, you know, washcloths are just a poor thing, and you know, I'm not black. Like, I don't like how the fuck he said black either. Like, Why is your podcast called I'm Not Black? What the fuck are you talking about black issues for? You're not black. Why are you near them? Black issues should be treated like a lake of fire to y'all. You don't want to be around it? Leave it the fuck alone. You can't do nothing about it. You don't understand it. Leave it be. But no, here y'all come again, admitting shit nobody asked you to. We get it. You don't know how to properly wash your ass. It's cool. Y'all didn't know how to do that until y'all met us. Let's just start there. This is why y'all had the Black Plague and all that rat shit and bullshit. Remember when y'all used to shit in y'all drinking water? You remember that? You know, the literal place where y'all got y'all drinking water. Y'all remember when rats infested y'all country? You remember that? Remember when that was literally a plague happening because y'all motherfuckers were so nasty? No.
Right, y'all know the Black Plague over in Europe was just because, man, they was dumping shit in the streets. It was rats all over. Like, it wasn't no idea of sanitation. It was just privilege gone wild. Like, oh man, I'm this, I'm that, we us. We don't got to do that. That's, you know what? It remind me of, like, right now, they said that everything that's like energy saver, energy efficient is woke. You know, they talked about the train was that came off the tracks because they stopped with the train regulations, because what they say, all those regulations are woke. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking, man, they need to make anti-woke. They just need to make an anti-woke restaurant for some of these people, man, that think this way, that think anything good, anything that that's made to help you, or anything that anybody else do is either taken away from you or meant to take away your freedom. Like, man, I serve some anti-woke meat steaks to somebody, some unregulated steaks where they could get a coli. Shit, you want something to wash it down with? Hold on, I got some anti-woke lemonade for you over here. You know what I'm saying? None of it's regulated. You don't gotta worry about it, tough guy. No regulations at my restaurant. You want the secret sauce on your hot dog? Yeah, we don't do woke sauce with that's regulated by the woke FDA. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit dumb, bro. The people that think like this is like, I'm me, so anything I do is fine. No, you fucking stink. Wash your legs, motherfucker. And Rick got me dying over here. He said, oh girl, Uchi Coochie smell like the dumpster grease trap because she don't use a wash rag. You know what I'm saying? Annette say, man, I use a cloth, a loofah, and I use a shower head directly in the cat. I had to be clean, got too many folds. Say the Moors came and taught them. They should have made that detour to Albuquerque. Look, and yeah, Fresh, you ain't lying. You know already that's some Viking rah, 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 some of that shit. Bro, wash your ass for you invade me, bro. Like, we running from the stench, not the rah, rah. Like, no, you niggas stink. We get the fuck out of here.
Erase that part from history, right? Because y'all don't remember that. Remember when y'all met black people and they was like, and they had to teach y'all how to bathe? You realize y'all wiped out most of the armies y'all fought, not because y'all had superior tactics, not because y'all had superior weapons. That was a percentage of it. But the other percentage was because y'all exposed people to fucking diseases, germs, and viruses that they had never fucking encountered because they could take a fucking bath.
Damn.
Their solution to everything wasn't, let's cut off a body part and then just leave them bleeding everywhere and infect
or use leeches.
Do y'all not get this shit like at all? Wash your ass. It ain't that hard. Wash your legs, wash your feet, wash your ass, wash under, wash every fucking thing. Wash behind your ears, your face, your hair,
don't
your
be afraid.
neck,
It's
under
not
your
woke.
arms. It's not a poor black thing. It's fucking
like,
hygiene.
Dude, that
good
me
hygiene
off.
at
That
that.
pissed me off
But
the
y'all are
most.
still
Why is
trying
it
to make this
poor?
nasty shit cool. It's not gonna work.
Like, listen, they really seen black people out in the field doing the dirtiest work, doing the dirtiest, hardest work, washing themselves up with a washcloth, and thought, why they using a washcloth? It ain't to get extra clean because they did extra work. It's because they're extra poor. So let us not do it because we're extra rich. Black lives matter. White lives matter. Blue lives matter. All lives matter. They're using a washcloth. We're not going to use a washcloth. Like, they just be on some other, like, literally, that's the definition of other shit. Like, they be on some other shit. Let's go.
We never gonna stop. Call me poor and black, but I bet I'm gonna smell better than you.
I bet I'm washing my
I think
ass.
using a washcloth is for poor people, but I
Yeah.
don't think that washing your legs and feet is for poor.
Martin, you heard that, right?
You call
Using
Uncle
a
Martin.
washcloth to clean yourself and washing your legs are for poor people. So let me get this straight.
Where do they come up with this stuff, man?
Poor people are actually cleaning themselves right. Rich folk are just sticking
Doing the
bars of soap
stanky
up
leg
their
out here.
asses and using that same soap afterwards. Yay, TikTok. Come get your mans, please. Please come get them.
He said,
Did you try it even yet?
No, I'm not going to do it.
Well, you're just anti.
I'm not.
Now, what in the musty toes is we got going on here? Surely this must be a joke. Did he say washing toes is a black folks thing? Washing the feet? No, he can't. No, see. Now, if you watch the old video, he said that only poor people use rags, face cloths. I just don't know what in the world is going on here anymore. So only poor people use washcloths. What
Look,
kind
he
of...
mad. He had
I
to
just
leave the house.
ain't even trying no more. I quit.
He gave up.
People can be funny, you guys. Oh my gosh. I
Oh,
mean,
shit.
this is
It is fucking hilarious, dude. It's
Y'all
one that's
talking about
funny, hold on.
washcloths are for poor people. Poor people. I am so devastated, right?
Hold on. Let me see what she said.
I'm not trying to be like that. Centuries to
Hold on.
Well, you're just anti.
I'm not.
I don't even know if to be mad or sad because we literally taught y'all for centuries to wash your ass. And it's reasons why. Because most diseases come from you dirty motherfuckers. I'm not trying to be like that. Okay, some cool pretty. But this don't deserve no cool. Why y'all not washing your legs and feet? Like y'all have dead skin cells. And y'all talking about washcloths are for poor people. I am so devastated, right?
So it starts out with him being like, oh, I don't wash my legs
the
and
one.
feet. I definitely don't use a washcloth because those are for black people and I'm not black. And then he's like, oh, well, they're not just for a black people thing, but I have seen poor people use them. Now, this obviously is going to piss off like literally every person that's ever used a washcloth because that's an insult. Like you're calling people who use washcloths poor, and then she's agreeing
Which
with
also
it, like,
is another word to say, way of saying the N
a
word.
single person with money who would use a washcloth. Then why the fuck do they exist? If they were just for poor people, why don't they just sell them at the Dollar Tree instead of having them in Target?
Right.
Like, why do they exist if you're not meant to wash your ass with it?
Right.
Not to mention that every single video I've seen of someone doing their beauty routine, like their skincare routine, I'm sorry, not beauty routine, but their skincare routine, and they're washing their face, they use a washcloth because it's better for you to exfoliate and get all that gunk off your skin. And
Right, like Rick got me dying. He said it like, you want to be rich. Step one, stop washing your eyes. Like that shit is not gonna get you nowhere. The fuck?
make sure that you get all your like soap and shit off. Like, it's good for you. It's good to use a washcloth instead of just your
It's
hands, which I
great to
used to
use
do.
it.
And my face is 1,000 times clearer now than it was before when I used to get broken out all the time because I'm using something to actually scrub my.
Hey, but you hold up. I don't even mean to keep stopping it, right? But I'm gonna say this one last thing, and I'm gonna let her cook because she talking about, you know, she gonna say some shit that make a lot of sense real quick. But do y'all know another thing is that they don't believe in drying themselves off too? Did y'all know that? So let me get this straight. I'm getting in the shower. I'm not even washing myself up really with no fucking soap. I'm not washing the bottom half of myself or my feet or none of that shit. And then on top of that, I'm not drying myself off. What type of wet, damp ass shit is that? What type of life am I living? How am I living? The fuck is that shit, y'all? Let's go.
Was before when I used to get broken out all the time because I'm using something to actually scrub my face, gently scrub my face. What are you talking about? Of course you don't wash your legs and feet. That's nasty. You could have just used less words and said, you know what? I don't care about hygiene. There you go. Less people you pissed off there. Like, instead of making a podcast, go to therapy.
Right.
Like, some of y'all don't need a podcast. Some of you need therapy. Like, set up a GoFundMe if you can't afford it. I don't care. Get there. Because you need it. You need help. You need Jesus. You need God. I don't know
You
what.
need
But you need
washcloth
something.
Jesus.
Because that's fucking weird. And for you to put that out there and insult a whole entire group of people who use washcloths just because your stanky ass doesn't is weird. And then this bitch want to agree like, yeah, I don't know anybody in my circle that uses that. It's a poor people thing. Really? You just know a bunch of poor people who are the only people that use washcloths, right? That's you.
Right.
Sounds really
Just a whole gang of
that
poor
sounds like
people
a
with
real
washcloths.
thing that exists. Like,
Right.
no, I don't believe you. You guys are both full of shit.
Did you try it even yet?
No, I'm not going to do it.
These
There you
motherfuckers out
have
here
it.
washcloth
My
capping.
white partner and I were talking about this whole bathing thing and going all the way back to the Dark Ages, way back to the fucking plague. The fact that a certain type of person is so fucking racist down to their fucking DNA that they will argue about washing properly and make it sound fucking weird. The commitment.
Hey, Rick said, go to the credits, go to the bank, and they gonna deny you a loan because you don't stank enough. You gotta come back when your stank score is 750. Dog, that's the funniest shit. That need to be a YouTube skit, bro. I swear to God, that need to be a skit. Oh my God. He said, Jafar said, no, you washed up? And oh shit, dog. That's so funny, man. Oh my God. I can't believe that we done got this far, that we done got to the point where folks is, they'll listen, they try to make anything is they putting the cart before the horse, as the saying say. Because is it that is bad, or is it that black people do it so it's gotta be made into something bad? Cause that shit dumb as hell. How you not washing your ass? If you ain't washing your legs and your feet, nigga, you're not really washing your ass the right way. And if you ain't drying off, you damp, bro. Like, it's all backwards, man. So I told y'all, man, that shit is ridiculous. But we gonna let the people that don't wash their ass continue to not washing their ass. People that use a washcloth, man, washcloth gang in the building. You know what I'm saying? We gonna use them motherfuckers, and we gonna make sure we smelling good. Make sure we hitting, as my daddy used to call them rough spots. You know what I'm saying? Annette talking about them rolls, hit them folds, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do. And wash your toes, man. Don't let these folks make you think not washing your toes gonna make you rich, because you just gonna have athlete's foot and still get discriminated against. You know what I'm saying? They gonna say your feet are woke. Like, man, some nigga feet smell woke in this motherfucker. So don't do it, man. Don't do it. Let me see what Rick said. He said they gonna move washcloth to the black skincare section. On my life, bro. Oh my God. That shit is, I can't believe it, bro. Some of this, and you know what? They talk about getting rid of CRT, critical race theory. That's right. Get rid of it if y'all want to. You can't get rid of black history, though, because it's everywhere, and the best history always in our tradition been passed down orally. So let's get some white history out here. We want to learn some more about this shit. You know what? We gonna do this all week. We gonna check out. We gonna do this. We gonna do it tomorrow. We gonna do next week. I'm gonna try and find out a new fact that we don't know about what white people think every day. You know what I'm saying? And on that note, he said, Rick said niggas is keeping the washcloth market afloat all by ourselves. Right? Let me find out we the number one washcloth connoisseurs. You know what I'm saying? We keeping water bills up because we washing both halves of our body and not just the top half. You know what I'm saying? Keeping utility companies afloat. You know what I'm saying? Keeping wash rag companies afloat. Fuck you mean, boy? You know what I'm saying? That's a funny ass observation though, man. But on that note, man, that's all I got for y'all today, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me today. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. You ain't hit that like button yet, go ahead and punch that like button, man. I really appreciate it. Help me go further in that algorithm. We gonna be back tomorrow with some more shit. Shout out to Fresh, shout out to Rick, shout out to Millset Rose, my cousin. Shout out to Annette Williams. You know what I'm saying? All my moderators. You know, I appreciate y'all, man, making it happen. And on that note, until tomorrow, later, y'all. I'm out of here.